anybody.
A friend,
anybody can. Seriously.
Anybody.
And here's my advice to this. One more day. Yep. Give it one more day. Because you don't know what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow, you might get that promotion. Tomorrow, you might get that career opportunity that you've been waiting for your entire life. Or tomorrow, you might meet the person that's going to change your entire life from this point on. So give it one more day. And I want to make a shirt that says one more day. Because that's really important. And honestly, I would donate all the profits from that to help prevent suicide. So
yeah,
that's something I came up with today.
Awesome.
I just
you didn't even tell me about it. I love it.
So
one more day. Hashtag one more day.
One more day.
There we go. We'll start a trend today.
One more day.
Hashtag one more day.
Yeah. So guys, girls,
one more day.
One more day. Just I'm telling you, it gets better.
Yeah.
You gotta walk. The only way. What's that one song? The only way to get through hell is to keep walking through it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, you think about, I mean, just recently the LA fires. You see in the videos those cars.
Oh my gosh.
They're leaving these hills and it's just flames. And can you?
Can't imagine.
I'm at like one more mile, one more day. Like just keep going forward. Don't stop because you can't go back.
No.
We can talk about time travel and all this stuff. You can't go back. You got to live in the moment. You got to fix today and plan for tomorrow.
Yep.
And yeah, I mean, men in general, I think, I always wear my emotions on my sleeves. I look like a tough guy sometimes, not always, but I'm a very emotional guy, and I feel like men are taught to not be that way. We're talked about not to cry, which I get it. That's the men resemble, ambiance is. But we are human. I mean, I'm pushing 40, and I've seen some stuff that I would never put on anybody. You've seen some stuff.
Yeah, I'm pushing my mid-30s, and I see it all the time.
You have aged. You've aged 10 years. But, no, and honestly, it's the amount of people... How do I say this right? Like, if you look back 10 years, politics was not a thing, right? You voted for who you voted for, and that was it.
Yep.
But now with social media... Now with certain candidates that have, come to the top, what you believe in and what your political stance is and what your religious stance is, what you eat from the grocery store is so posted out there that people, they don't want these friends because you eat something that I don't eat or you believe something. Why can't we all just be happy?
I think I told you, so I posted a 3D item that I designed and I listed it. Well, I put a little video about it.
There was some hate stuff on there.
I actually received a death threat towards my children.
On
it, yes. I did report it to Facebook. They did remove it. However, I did receive a death threat to my children because they didn't like the political item I designed and sold. I do this for extra money for my kids. Extra money to buy groceries. I print all kinds of stuff. It's not one particular item. But they didn't like this item. So not only did I receive a million insults on it, I also received a death threat towards my kids. That is something I don't tolerate.
No.
And I will say
in general, as a human being, that's terrible.
No, for anybody.
Yeah.
I will not be bullied. I will not be silenced. And like I said, I will continue to sell whatever the hell I want to sell. It is a free country. We have the freedom to do so. And if you think you're going to tell anybody what to do on that or hurt their business or anything like that, good luck.
Right.
Because they ain't having it.
No.
So grow up.
Yeah.
Do whatever you got to do. Change your diaper and move on. Enough said.
I was going to say, are you feel better now?
I feel a little bit better.
It's good to let it out. It's good to let it out sometimes.
I let it out gracefully.
Yeah, and I always tell my boys that. I have 3 boys at home, and like my middle child, he will be bouncing off the wall. And I'm like, dude, you need to let it out. Like, you need to go burn some steam.
Go run around the house.
Go throw wood in the woods or break some sticks or, you know what I mean? Kick a ball around. Go for a run. When I used to run, man, it felt so good because burn the calories off.
I think a lot of kids aren't allowed to do certain activities anymore because it's too dangerous or whatever.
No,
these
that's
days,
another
you know.
podcast.
But
Today's about men today.
today is about men.
About dads.
If there's anybody listening out
I'm
there,
watching. There's a lot of people jumping in.
if there's anybody, dads out there that are listening right now that have or are struggling right now taking care of your kids or your family, send us a message. I'd like to hear from you.
Yeah, we've had a handful of people jump in and out, so it's been a good recording so far.
Yeah.
We're not even to the whiskey yet, so
Not even to the
I bet
whiskey.
you it was the name of the bottle that got us in trouble. We need to come up with a different name.
So this Chicken Rooster
Whiskey.
Chicken Rooster whiskey, because I can't
say the last word.
can't say it, but you know what? It's that right there. Oh, there you go, TikTok.
If you private message us, we'll tell you which bottle it is. How about that?
I'll be honest with
Pour
you.
me a glass.
We're on TikTok. I have zero respect for TikTok.
The only thing I like about TikTok is people actually talk back to you. Like
They
when
do.
you're
It's
live.
not the people that I have an issue with.
No, it's not the
people that own TikTok.
It's the
So,
yeah. Anyways, so
hopefully that gets bought out and it gets better.
I was watching a video the other day because now that we're doing Front Porch Dads. Oh yeah, how's it smell?
Oh my gosh, smell that.
Smells like a chicken rooster.
Oh, it smells like a chicken pen. Mm.
I was watching a video the other day because now my whole stream is about dads and men health and all this stuff. And this lady was doing like one of those TED Talks.
Yeah.
And they were referring to whether a father figure is in the house and the stats on the kids.
Yes.
Moving forward.
It's huge.
Huge. So with a single mother, say the father passed away or whatever, moved away. The health of the kids is not great.
Nope.
They are not healthy. They are not athletic. They are not mentally stable.
No.
As a single father, it said the stats are better, and then obviously as a married couple, it's even the best, obviously.
Yep.
But it was just fascinating.
I read that same.
It's just very fascinating how
I read that exact same stat.
The silent father, the father figure, the man of the house, and if you hate me for saying that, I don't really care. But what role he plays in a child's life.
It's the same stats as, I don't know if you've seen the stats about children that attend church.
Oh yeah, for
if
sure.
the mother is the one to bring the kids to church, there is a lot lower percentage that the kids will continue that as they get older. If the father is the one who is the role model and brings the kids to church and makes it a priority in their lives,
okay,
the chances of the kids staying in church after they get older and move away are tremendously higher.
I believe it.
So that shows you how important it is for the father figure role in the family.
Well, and if you look at the status of a mom and a dad, right? The mom is the nurturer. She brought the child into the world through her pregnancy.
And you need that.
And when my kids are having a bad day or whatever, they run to mom. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure you've seen that with your marriage. But when the kids are they're in a tough situation or they're looking for something sturdy to stand on, they usually run to dad. Because dad is the rock. He's the foundation of all of this.
Exactly.
And not saying mom or dad is better than the other.
Nope.
Because I'd be a fool to say that.
But that's why you have both.
God and that's why it's in the Bible. Adam and Eve. You can hate me, you can love me for it, but that's the way it is.
It is the way it is.
And we are both Christian men, Catholic men, and that's the way we
are
believe.
Not. I'm going to say this in a way that's going to come across bad and good. I'm going to explain this. Men and women are not equal, and here's why.
I like where you're going with this.
Men were created to work. God created us to be providers. They created women to be nurturers, birth givers. The woman, I don't know why you would want to be equal to men. And this is, honestly, it blows my mind. You guys are like the ultimate 3D printers, for God's sakes.
That's a good way to say that. I like that.
Like, you guys can create another human being. It doesn't get
out of your
you can't
body
get
parts.
A better superpower than that.
That's the best superpower.
There's no guy on
and
Earth.
They can provide nourishment after birth.
There's no man on earth that can do that. Nope. Period.
Nope.
And why would you want to be equal to us?
Well, and it takes two different beings like that.
Yeah, and I'm not saying
to start a family.
One is better than the other. Nope. But you were created for different things, just like we were created for different things.
Right.
You know, we're out. Do you know 99% of bricklayers are men?
That makes sense.
There's a reason for it. It's a shitty job, and it's tough work. Like, that's why God created men who are more muscular and strong and can go under worse conditions.
Right.
And that's, you know, a woman, we can't take care of our, like, be the nurturers like you guys can. You guys are amazing.
Well, and it's embedded in your what's the right word? In your form, right? Like, my wife is better at things with the kids than I'll ever be.
Yeah,
I mean, just the way she interacts with them, the way she takes care of situations. It's like being a short person and being mad at someone for being tall because they can reach the top shelf.
Yeah, and
that's not the way I was built. Like, right. That's not the way I am.
But that's why you come together and form one union. That's right. Why you come together and form one. It talks about this in the Bible, whether you like it or not. That's the way it is.
All right. So, I lost my train of thought because you had such a good talk going. No, I had another thing. There was a man that was talking to a woman that was very adamant about men and women being equal. And I don't know how generations ago how this started, but we are not equal. And when I say that, don't clip that. I'm saying we are not equal because we are completely different.
I'm sure it'll be clipped in one.
I don't care. Because, listen, am I physically stronger than my wife? Yes. Mm-hmm. We have carried couches and dressers up the stairs, and usually I have to take the blunt of the weight. But can she do other things like breastfeed our child when he was a baby that I can't do? Yeah.
And one of us, and one of the, you know, couple, man and woman, one will always look better naked. That's just the truth.
Depends on who you ask.
Well,
I mean, let's be honest. I'm gonna pick the girl every time.
I wasn't recommending.
Are you gonna pick a man?
No, I was not talking about you, Chad. This was saying the woman probably.
You've seen me in a very tight swimsuit before.
I've seen you in my normal pair, which looks like a pair of thongs on you, by the way.
Took every effort to get into those.
Never again will I let him wear. I could never wear those again. He stretched them out so bad they just fall off again.
What's up, Spanky? Thanks, brother. No, and listen, if you want to be a career woman and be the breadwinner, which we have couples that are, like the wives are the breadwinner, go for it.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Awesome.
Like, if you want to be a stay-at-home dad, originally I wanted to be a stay-at-home dad. It wasn't in the cards for us as a family. Like, I am not saying you can't do that. I'm saying go for it. It's awesome. Like, do what you're good at with your family, period.
Yep.
But don't sit there and compare tomatoes to oranges and expect them to taste the same and be the same and feel the same.
Yeah, no matter...
You know.
Yeah.
And men are humans. Like, we are so trained in society to be tough. To be the rock. Okay. But there's only been one person in this entire universe that has been perfect in life. And the rest of us are all imperfect. And take that with a grain of salt. I don't care what religion you are, but that's the way it is, right? So.
And we're all sinners. Jesus died for our sins. I mean, that's what it is. We're all sinners, and not one of us is sinless. Not one of us.
Thanks, Vinny. Oh, Vinny, I remember Vinny. Thanks, Vinny. I appreciate it, brother.
What's up, Vinny?
He's the one that gifted us a bunch with me.
Oh, thanks, Vinny.
My son loves you, buddy.
So, Father's Day is coming up in a couple months.
No, months. I'm like,
couple months. Couple months.
That was our first episode.
Yep. What is it, June?
Oh, can we stop for a moment while we got some new people on and recording? CowboyRevolution.com, 15% off.
Different than this cowboy.
Yes, but they have shirts and girl stuff. Promo code Front Porch Dads and Urban Grounds Coffee with our friend Lo-Fi Political Guy. Make sure you tag him. And yeah, we're just sitting here talking about dads and having fun. And I totally forgot where I was going to go with this now because I got excited for a second. What were we just talking about? episode 1. Oh, that's what I was going to talk about. We just hit, and if you're on TikTok, we love you. Make sure you hit the follow. We just hit 400 followers on TikTok. 1,000 followers on Facebook.
We're up to 1,000 now?
Yep. We are
I didn't know
almost
that.
to 600 on Instagram. We are almost to
Nice.
600 on YouTube. And we are on Spotify and Rumble, but that is still in the process of growing. So I appreciate all of you that subscribe. I'm looking at every camera because we're going to use every single angle. But make sure you guys are tapping those subscriptions. And I believe Facebook, you can give us stars now, right? Are we?
I submitted for it.
Okay.
I have not. I'll check.
Okay.
I don't know if I've heard anything back or not.
Yep. But no, we are. It's almost been a year. When Father's Day comes around, it'll be a year.
It'll be a year.
This will be episode 14. But we've got a lot of shorts out there, and
A lot of shorts.
we've had a lot of fun over the last couple months, and
We got a lot of fun stuff headed our way too.
we've got some cool stuff lined up.
So
A couple cool locations.
we do.
Some cool guests.
We do.
I feel like we say that every time we record, but I'm saying I'm excited for the next two because the next two are going to be really cool.
I think we need to do a podcast from a indoor water park sometime with the kids.
That would be such bad audio.
No.
Oh,
No,
my
it'll be
audio
awesome.
would be
Well,
terrible. We'll try.
We're gonna. I think it'd be fun,
Yeah.
and we could get dads on the fly.
Yeah. Well, I do want to do donations to dads, like we talked about in the last episode. I think with everything going on with TikTok and really in the world, I mean, Trump was talking about taxes
I think
for
part of the
single
T-shirt,
dads.
maybe part of the T-shirt proceeds could go towards that also.
QR code on there. What was the tax thing Trump was talking about with the single dads or?
So
The kids.
I don't know. I haven't heard nothing about it going into law yet. I think it was just briefly mentioned, and I don't know if it'll go anywhere. Is that it could just be a rumor, mostly too. I don't know. I know he did. They say he tweeted it.
Spotify. Huh. I'll send you the link, buddy.
They said he tweeted it. I personally have not seen the tweet. I read the article about it. Was that he wants if a dad is paying child support, and I believe he's referring to dads that are in the children's lives and are paying a substantial amount of child support, that they should be able to claim those kids on his taxes every year. Now there's states, and this is where we live in Michigan, but there is certain states that you can paying child support is tax deductible, and it was in Michigan up until 2017, I think it was, and then Michigan got rid of that, so we can't even write that off.
Was that from a certain governor?
Probably.
Just saying. Just asking.
So right now we're paying child support. We don't get to claim all the children. We only get to claim half.
But when you say we, what is that?
The men.
The men, okay.
If you have 50-50 custody.
So you have 5 children, you're getting to write off 2.5.
I get to write off 2 1 year and 3 another year.
Oh,
so
it
it alternates.
alternates.
But yet,
But then you're paying the child support.
Paying a lot of money.
So hold on. I'm just trying to backtrack this because I don't understand this. You have 5 children.
Mm-hmm.
You pay child support to your ex-wife.
Correct.
But then you only get the tax benefits of 2 or 3 of them every other year.
Correct.
Does she?
And she gets to claim the other ones.
Right,
So
but
she
she's
gets-
getting paid by you.
She gets tax-free income money from me. It's tax-free. And then she gets to claim the children on top of that.
So she gets the 1,000 or 2,000, whatever it is.
I think it's
Yeah.
2,000 a kid.
In Michigan. Yeah. Holy smokes.
Yeah,
That's
so,
terrible.
This is where I get, dads get screwed, especially in Michigan.
Right.
Can't even do a tax write-off on it. So
I mean, you essentially had another mortgage when you got divorced.
it's almost the exact, pretty close to my mortgage.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm speechless.
It's a struggle. That's where I came up with.
How do you not just sell everything and live in a camper? That's what I would do.
Oh, I'm telling you, there's days.
Other than providing a stable home for your children, how do you not?
If
just
I
wanna
if I
pack
didn't
up?
have children, I would probably be living in a